Hey guys, I hope you're ready for some extreme deep cleaning. It's the fall, so we're going to be doing some fall deep cleaning. I'll be sharing with you the cleaning tools that I bust out to make for sure I can get the job done quickly, efficiently, and just make sure it's done the right way. I'll also be sharing a yummy recipe with you. A lot we're going to be doing. I hope you're ready. We are going to get it done together. Hey guys, I'm Jamie and I'm so grateful to have you here today. There's a lot jam-packed into today's video. I'm going to be showing you how I tackle some of the dirtiest messes in my home. There's a lot of different cleaning tools that I'm using in today's video, some of my go-to, my ride or die cleaning tools. So I'll show you the places that I use those cleaning tools and just how important those cleaning tools are to me when I'm doing some deep cleaning. This was on day one. My girls were all in school this day, so the twins are only in school a few days a week. So those 2 days a week, it's always my goal to get as much stuff as I can done while they're out of the house. So I was starting out this morning and I was going to clean the fan. So a little cleaning hack is take a pillowcase to clean your fan blades. It helps collect all of the dust from the fan blades into the pillowcase. It just makes for less mess, less cleanup as you're actually cleaning. So that's one little cleaning hack. And then I was going to use this Aunt Fanny's cleaning vinegar spray to clean my blinds and then clean the windows. And someone just told me that the Aunt Fanny's cleaning vinegar spray you can also get from Thrive Market. So if you guys use Thrive Market, definitely check that out. I've gotten mine from Grove Collaborative, but I order from Thrive Market every 2 to 3 months. So you better believe I will be looking for it there as well. I'll share with you how life is going for me here in a little bit. I'll also share my high point to the week and the low point to my week. But how are you guys doing? Like truly, how are you doing? Are you doing okay? Is there anything you need from me? Let me know and how you're doing. If you ever need to talk to me, feel free to message me over on Instagram. If there's just something you want to share and you have no one to share with, or I'll get some women who will message me and they're pregnant, but they don't want to tell anyone in their personal life, but they want to tell someone, so they'll tell me because I obviously don't know them in their real life. So if there's anything you guys ever need to get off your chest, you want to share with me, feel free to do that. But you guys, I was cleaning the table and I looked down in my little tray, my decorative tray, and there was pizza crust in there. Well, we hadn't eaten pizza for 2 days. At this point, the crust was rock hard. I don't know how I missed it the other 2 days. I have no idea why pizza crust was put in my decorative tray, but it cracks me up sometimes when I find messes. I don't know if you guys can relate, but it's just, I guess, life with kids. Or maybe it's just my kids. I don't know what it is, but it's life. So I feel like our cabinets have been getting really dirty lately, like more dirty than normal. I don't know what it is. I guess we've just been busy and maybe not sticking to a cleaning routine as much as we normally do. So I wanted to clean down my cabinets, and one of my favorite ways to do that, and probably the more efficient way to do it, is I take my O Cedar spin mop bucket like you see me here. I put in 1 teaspoon of powdered Tide laundry detergent in the mop bucket with hot water, and I go around and I basically mop my cabinets. That's just like a super quick way to make it all clean. I think I've noticed sometimes the way the light comes in from the windows in the morning, it really picks up a lot of dust and dirt and imperfections to where I don't notice it the rest of the day. So if I notice that in the morning and I have time that day, I'm like, I gotta add this to my list. Like I did not have plans to do this today, but the morning I had gotten up and I saw all the imperfections because of the way the sun was coming in. I'm like, yep, you got to prioritize that. Oh, and I'll kind of explain my cleaning routine here in a little bit.
We were crazy in love, careless and young, but I wouldn't change it. You had me right from the start, you gave me your all, but something changed, yeah. And I sometimes drive you crazy. But I need you. Yeah, I know, I sometimes drive you crazy. And I think that's why you've been building up this wall now, and I don't really know how I'm supposed to break it down. I tried peeking through the cracks, saw the light but couldn't catch it. Now the one is breaking down. You should let me love you.
Okay, so you guys are seeing this on Sunday, October 23rd, or somewhere around there. Obviously, you may not watch on Sunday, and that's totally okay. But on Monday, the 24th, we will be getting our official date when we will be able to move in, or at least we'll be able to have it narrowed down to a few days. So if you guys are new here, we are currently building a home. We've been building a home for almost a year. They broke ground last December, and it's been up in the air with what's going on. I mean, you guys know supply chain, labor shortages and all of that, that a lot of the moving timeline has been they've been very vague about it. So I know I've been vague with you guys, and it's not because I'm holding anything back. It's just we haven't been given a lot of information just because there's so much uncertainty. But at this point, I mean, we're down to the wire. So I will be getting an update on Monday, so I'll share that with you on the video that goes up on the 30th. But here I'm using my Rubbermaid Power Scrubber. It's essentially like an electric toothbrush. I think and believe it's more powerful. And I've had it for almost 5 years and it still works great. I was using that to scrub my faucet head. Now, another way you could do this is you could take a little sandwich baggie of vinegar and then put it on the faucet and then wrap a rubber band around the top and let it sit there and eat away at all of that grime on there. But I had my Rubbermaid Power Scrubber already out for the rest of the sink, so I was just using it really quickly, and honestly, it took me less than a minute to clean.
You've been building up this wall now, and I don't really know how I'm supposed to break it down. You should let me love you. You're making it so hard to. You've been building up this wall now, and I don't really know how I'm supposed to break it down. I know, baby, I know I drive you crazy, but don't pull away from me. I know, baby, I know I drive you crazy.
Okay, so I'm going to get into the high point and the low point to my week, and something else I'm going to answer here later. So someone had asked me, and I think last week's video, they said, what do you love most about Mike, and what's something that Mike loves most about you? So I asked him, and I'm going to share you what he said. I'll share with you what I think or what I love most about Mike here in a minute. But all right, let's talk the low point to my week. The low point to my week is that it got cold here in Northwest Ohio. Like, it was spitting snow, and I'm not lying to you, just spitting, like it didn't accumulate or anything on the ground. It was snowing 2 days ago. Today, it is freezing. When I woke up this morning, it was 36 degrees out. So cold. Mike and I were doing some work outside and we were freezing our butts off. I am someone who I can tolerate the heat. I don't know why I don't live in Florida or something. Well, I do know why. It's because our families are here. My husband and I went to high school together, so our families still live in the same hometown we grew up in. Our parents are friends. We rely on our family so much. Like, our families help out with the kids so much. We both grew up around our grandparents, so that's why we live here. But I also like the change of the seasons. Like, I think I would get bored if all year around it was beautiful out. Not saying I wouldn't love it, but I think, like, for me, I start to get kind of over the summer weather. Like, I'm ready for a change in like August, but then at this point it's pretty cold and it's just miserable to be outside. Like, my body, when I'm outside and it's cold, like, I tense up. Like, I have a hard time. It was 45 degrees when we were outside. It's not that cold. I mean, considering what our winters are like, right? 40 degrees isn't that, mid 40s is not that bad, but I was like tensed. I was like annoyed. Put me out in 95 degree weather, and I'm not saying I enjoy it, but I can tolerate 95 degree weather way more than I can, 30 or 40 degree weather. It was pretty windy as well. So, low point, it's finally cold here in Ohio, and we got to get ready for a long winter. I'll get to my high point in a minute, but I had Mike take off the shower doors just because I really wanted to give the shower door tracking a really good deep cleaning before we move. So he removed those so I could get into all of the cracks and crevices of the door tracking, not window tracking, door tracking. And then I also wanted to clean this little sink stopper. For whatever reason on my side, it gets really, really gross. I think it's probably because of the products, like skincare and hair care products I use, but it gets pretty gross. I just wanted to clean mine. Now, in years past, I used to use baking soda and vinegar. I would dump down the drain and then use that to clean this. But a couple months ago, if you guys are new here, our drain in our kitchen, we had a clog and we didn't know what it was, and we had to have a plumber come out because nothing else worked. And the plumber came out and told us to never, ever, ever use baking soda down your drain. I mean, most people do baking soda and then vinegar. It bubbles up, breaks all of that gunk up. So it's just like it's a nice way to break up all of that gunk if it's really stuck on a certain surface. But he said never to use baking soda, because what happens is, I mean, imagine it. You guys know what baking soda is like when it gets wet. And then it hardens. So what happens is it gets down in the drain, and then eventually it hardens on the drain, and then it starts to build up down there. So he said absolutely no baking soda. You can use vinegar, of course. So for me, I was just using the vinegar and the power scrubber, that powerful power scrubber, to clean that little sink stopper. And then I was going to use my Bissell my Bissell, I use so many Bissell products, Bissell Steam Shot that you see me using right here to get into the door trackings. And guys, this just was like blasting everything away. I will say the one downfall to this is it does sometimes, when it's blasting things and cleaning it, it kind of like gets it all over. Like, as you can see, the gunk had spread all over the shower. But I mean, like, I'd rather that than do all of the heavy duty scrubbing myself, or using all of that elbow grease. So it's easier for me to blast all of that away super quickly and then just go around with the rag and wipe it all up. All right, high point to my week. Oh, I'm using the hand steamer to go down the edges of the door frame because there's a lot of buildup that gets on there. And again, this is not something that you guys absolutely need to do yourself if you have the same type of shower. I think it's probably recommended to do it maybe a couple times a year at most. I mean, who cares if your shower door is perfectly clean? I mean, if you have the time, you can do it, but don't stress yourself out if you're not doing it. I just wanted to give it a good cleaning before we move. Okay, so the high point to my week. Well, not yet, but we are getting a night out with friends, and it's so nice because, Mike and I have, we have close friends, but as our kids have gotten older, as our kids have gotten involved in more activities and sports, it's so rare that our schedules line up together. So it's like, we actually have a lot of our friends live in our neighborhood and we hang out all the time, but it's still hard to get together unless we schedule and make the time. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to this. And so there's this charity event that we're going to with all of our friends, and it'll just be a fun little night out. The girls are going to stay with Mike's parents, and we're just going to have a nice little night out with friends, just having some fun. So that's something I am looking forward to. I'm sure it will just be nice to kind of break up the monotony of every day and have some fun with our friends. So to really, really give my shower a good deep cleaning, you obviously saw me use the hand steamer and the Rubbermaid power scrubber to remove all of the gunk from the shower doors and the tracking and all of that. And then I was using Barkeeper's Friend and a Scrub Daddy or Scrub Mommy sponge or Scrub Daddy sponge. They are different, similar but different. The Scrub Daddy sponge to scrub out the shower. I typically use my Jaws foaming bathroom cleaner, but since I was in here deep cleaning, I was just using the Barkeeper's Friend. And then when I was done with this, with the Barkeeper's Friend, it's great to remove a lot of messes, a lot of stains and things like that, but it does kind of leave a film. So what I make for sure that I do after I'm done using it, I'll rinse thoroughly with water. I wasn't too worried about the floor of the shower just because that will be flushed out with water a lot as we use it, to where the walls of the shower, I wanted to go in with my Jaws foaming bathroom cleaner and wipe everything down, since as much water doesn't get on the doors. I do have a 25% off coupon code for Jaws if you guys want to check that out. 25% off. They're great natural cleaners. Their headquarters are local to me, so I love them. I've been using them for years, and they're just like a great local company that I like supporting. So here I was just finishing up the bathroom, just doing like your normal basic cleaning, although I did kind of get bogged down. I was in, I think it's called the water closet where the toilet is. That sounds kind of stupid. Water closet? Whatever. I started cleaning around the toilet and on the grout. You'll see me do that here in a minute, but I asked Mike what he loves most about me, and I'll share what I love most about him. So I will say that what I love most about Mike is that he is completely selfless. I mean, with every decision he makes, every single decision, he puts me and the kids first. Every single day, he asks what he can do for me. He always wants to make my life easier, and he takes care of me. And I mean that in a way of, like, not an anti-feminist way. Like, he takes care of me. I don't need to be taken care of, but he tries to always take care of me in every way possible. And I think we would all agree that it feels good to know that someone wants to take care of you. Someone wants to constantly make your life easier and better. And he is just truly the most selfless person. Every decision he makes is not for himself. And I admire that. I also admire his hard work in his career. He has grown his career so much in the past 7 years. I know that specifically because when we moved into this house, Avery was 2 weeks old. And I think with moving, I'm thinking a lot about, how much has changed in our lives, as we're getting ready to leave this house. And I look specifically at his job and how he's changed positions, gotten promotions and all of that. And I admire his hard work and determination when it comes to his career, and just always being very smart with making decisions that not only are best for our family, but taking jobs where he can work a lot during the day so he doesn't have to work a lot at night or on the weekends and things like that, because he is always present. So that's what I love most about him. And I will share what he said. It's kind of funny here in a minute. We picked such a cold day to do this. It's freezing out. It was snowing earlier, so it is really, really cold, but Mike and I are finally tackling the rest of the garage. We have a lot of stuff we're gonna be donating to some shelters, some things we're giving away to some friends, so we're gonna get it all loaded up and hopefully clear out this garage. I always get questions about this, but we do not have recycling where we're at. So when you see us get all the boxes out in here in a minute, we save all of those up, and then Mike takes them to the recycling center. And just FYI, if you guys have a lot of blankets and towels that you're done with, a lot of people recommended donating those to a animal shelter, which I thought was a great idea. So that's what we're doing. We're donating to local women's shelters for the toys and things like that. So if you guys are ever looking for places to donate, look to those two places. All right, this is pretty much it. This is all stuff that we need before we move. And then the movers will be moving this stuff. So, and those are the boxes that we've saved up. And of course, we got to save our Buffalo Bills flag and our Ohio State flag. But it's starting to look good and starting to get real. Hey guys, so don't mind my hair. I showered. Because that was the only time that I was gonna get a chance to do it. I am making dinner now, and I thought I'd share with you guys what we're making: baked tacos. So tacos and spaghetti tend to be the meals that my girls love, and they can almost always eat. So I'm always trying to find different variations to make them, just to kind of switch it up a little bit for them. So that's what we're doing tonight. This is kind of a newer recipe. promise I'll share what Mike said here in a minute, but it just doesn't really fit in because I need to tell you guys what I'm making. They're just baked tacos. So I wanted to switch it up a little bit. I got some of the ranch shells and then the regular ones, and the girls actually preferred the ranch. I did both because I was like, I don't think they've ever had the ranch shells. Mike loved them. So I was like, I'll just do both, and they devoured the ranch shells. But you want the ones that say sit and stand. And the recipe that I had found, it was like spicy chicken tacos, but I just wanted to do the regular ground beef ones, and my kids don't do well with spicy. So what I just did was, for mine, I just added guacamole and pico, which is what I like on mine, and then I just kept it pretty plain and basic. But it's just meat and cheese, and you just bake it. I did bake it for about 5 minutes before I put in the taco meat and then the cheese. Hey guys, coming to you from my bed. It has been a crazy day, just like one of those days where I had planned on cleaning and getting a lot done and tackling my weekly to-do list. Oh, sorry, the door just opened. So I had planned on doing a lot, but things just didn't go the way they should. You know, like some days, it's like everything, there are some days things go better than they should, and you're on track, maybe ahead of track, just everything's going right. And then there's days where it's like, everything just goes as you expected them to. Maybe you're a little bit behind, but it's fine. Today is one of those days where I think things just keep coming up, and I am so behind, but that's okay. It's okay, because the things that I needed to get done needed to take precedence over cleaning. Sometimes you just have to learn when to say no, and it's not going to be the end of the world if the girls' bathroom doesn't get cleaned today. I'll probably ask Avery and the girls to kind of wipe it down a little bit, and that's how we'll leave it. So sometimes that's what you have to do. So today it is already 3:30 and I need to get dinner started. Mike just went to pick up Avery from school. The twins are napping. And they probably won't nap too much longer. So I'm just going to quickly clean the laundry room. I think that'll be it for today. And then, I don't know, continue on the next couple of days. We'll see if I can get everything done. Just trying to muster up the courage to get started. So let's go. I have no idea. I don't know if you can hear me. I have no idea why I waited until nap time to clean the laundry room. Their room is right there, so I gotta be extra quiet. And it's freezing cold. It's snowing. Okay, so I asked Mike what he loves most about me, and his first response was everything. And I was like, Michael, no, you do not love everything about me. And he goes, yes, I do. And I was like, no, I need specifics. And he said there were two things that he always thinks about. And number one is how great of a mom I am. And to be honest with you guys, and you guys give me this compliment, and I cannot tell you how much that comment means to me. I don't care any other comment you give me, of course I will appreciate. But what I care more about anything in this world is my kids. And that's just the best compliment I could ever get. So to hear it from him means a lot. And if you guys ever give me that compliment, just know that I appreciate that compliment more than anything, because I think as a mom, we know that we're just trying our best, doing the best. We don't know if we're screwing our kids up or we're making the right decision or the wrong decision. And it's just one of those jobs where you constantly question yourself. So it feels good to hear it, you know? So he said that, how great of a mom I am. And then he said, my hard work and determination. He said, you are just so disciplined. And I am. I mean, if I say I'm going to do something in a specific day, it doesn't matter the mood I'm in. It doesn't matter how tired I am. I will, for the most part, get it done. And he's like, you're just so disciplined. And he goes, I wish I was like that. Like, I wish I was. He's like, I could never have a YouTube channel or be someone who was in charge of my own schedule, because he's like, I could never film and edit a video because I would always find something else that I wanted to do more, or I would prioritize other things. I wouldn't be disciplined. And he's like, no matter if it's cleaning or getting up a YouTube video or running errands, he's like, you're just always so disciplined and you just have an amazing work ethic. I will probably explain this in an upcoming YouTube video, because so with YouTube videos, you can go in and look at your analytics and you can see when people watch your videos, when they drop off and things like that. And a majority of my audience is gone by now. So if you're still here, first off, thank you so much. But I just know that a majority of people who watch my videos probably are not here right now. But I get a lot of questions about a cleaning schedule. And to be honest with you guys, I don't have a set cleaning schedule. And that probably sounds so bad. But right now, I don't have the time to do it all. I don't have the time to be the mom I want to be, to keep up with all of the demands of life and clean my house top to bottom, corner to corner every single week. So what I do is on Sundays, I sit down, I look at my week. What do we have going on? Because for us, Avery has softball sometimes 0 days of the week. Sometimes it's 2 days a week. The twins sometimes have soccer, sometimes they don't. This week we have an open house. We have a charity event. So basically our weeks change week by week. So what I do is I sit down on Sunday and I say, okay, what do we have going on? What do I need to prioritize? And of course, I'm going to prioritize picking stuff up, like the basic picking up, wiping down, vacuuming and mopping, and bathrooms. That's why I prioritize. And then I try to pick 1 or 2 deep cleaning tasks to do each week. But sometimes I don't get to the stuff that I want to get done, or I don't deep clean things as often as I could or should. But that's just how it goes. So I sit down every Sunday, plan out my cleaning schedule, and it's different every single week, depending on what I can handle, and how my week goes. I accomplished most of my list, but the one thing that I want to share with you is that I did not finish all of my list. I really wanted to clean the basement. It is a disaster. Like, I walked down there earlier this afternoon when Mike was working down there, and I was like, Mike, it looks so bad down here. And he's like, I know. So the basement is a disaster, but like I said the other day, this week has just been so insane. There was a lot of unexpected stuff that comes up. So as frustrating as it is, and obviously I am someone, being the type A personality that I am, I don't like not finishing my list or getting done what I know needs to be done. It's life and it happens. So as frustrated as I am, it is what it is. And all I can do is try my best. And I hope you guys take this message, no matter if you sit down, you have your cleaning routine, you sit down each week and you plan out what you need to do. If you have a life, stuff comes up, unexpected stuff comes up. If you have kids, adds a whole other layer to it. Maybe if you don't have kids, you have grandkids, or you have friends who need you, or parents who rely on you to help them. Whatever it is, life happens and we can't always accomplish what we want to do. So it's okay if you don't finish your list. I did not finish my list this week. That's okay. There will be another week. Anyways, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for being here. Anyways, see you guys next time. Bye.